We're here at the Goddard Space Flight Center. Today we're talking about the sky is not the limit. And we call it that because a lot of times as minorities, we put ourselves in these boxes of what we feel like success is, whether it be sports, music, or maybe someone out trying to sell drugs. But I've got people here that's gonna tell me a little bit more, broaden our horizons. And I want you to introduce yourselves to the people, let them know who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Trevor. I'm Jamil Hussain. I'm the CEO of a small aerospace company that performs here at Goddard Space Flight Center. We do science, engineering, and IT for the community and help NASA scientists achieve their goals and their missions to help Earth scientists and planetary sciences.
Awesome.
My name is Mark Branch. I've been here at Goddard Space Flight Center for over 26 years.
Wow.
I'm an aerospace engineer. I'm the leader of the electromagnetic test engineering group here at Goddard. And so we test part of the space environment.
Gotcha.
By day, I'm a rocket scientist.
Wow.
At night, I'm actually known as DJ Scientific.
Moonlight.
Hip hop style.
Nice.
It's beautiful moonlight.
That's good, man.
Yes.
Very good, very
Yes.
good. I know we call it Goddard. If you don't know what that is, we're here at NASA, okay? One of my biggest things is I feel like people can only go as far as they can see, all right? When you come up in a certain type of environment, you don't see a lot of things. Like NASA's the furthest thing from, what's from my mind when I'm thinking about getting a job. It doesn't seem like it's attainable. So I guess first things first, I wanted people to know what you do to know how important this is. What would you say to someone who is in an environment to where they don't see themselves in, maybe they don't want to work at NASA, maybe it's other jobs that they think are unattainable. What would you say to that person that doesn't have that role model or that example that they could do more?
Right. I think it's really important for us in positions of management or leadership to portray an image that says to the community and the kids that I could be you. I could be that rocket scientist like Mark. I can be that business executive that now owns an aerospace company that is helping the leading space agency in the world to achieve sciences that'll better humanity for generations to come. It's important for them to see people of colors. It really is. If you don't feel that you can aspire to the same goals. And I think that's what we represent. And we also have a responsibility to reach out to the community to let them know that, hey, offer up a hand and say, because I was offered up a hand I had a mentor as well, who was from my part of the world and helped me out. So that's what I need to do to give back what I've been getting.
Is that who inspired you to do this? Like what made you want to do this? Was this on your mind as a child or?
Well, as a child sitting in a community 10,000 miles from this country, growing up, I immigrated to this country. I was always inspired and used to think about those amazing missions in the space shuttle and the 70s missions to moon. And used to think that would somebody that's not even from here, somebody who is not of the same ethnic persuasion, do I ever have a chance of even coming anywhere close to something called NASA? And here I am now. I have friends who are astronauts. I have friends who are rocket scientists. I pinch myself every day that I can walk through these halls where we're building some of the greatest instruments that mankind has ever seen. It's remarkable.
It is an awesome thing, man. And I guess it's kind of frustrating to me because we feel so limited. There's footprints on the moon, so you can't tell me that the sky is the limit. You feel what I'm saying? So coming from you, like, what would you say, to someone who may feel like it's not possible, our options are few?
Based on what you just said a minute ago about people only going as far as what they can see. Knowing that, it's incumbent upon us to reach out to them so they can see something outside of what they normally see. As I was talking to you earlier, it's been my experience that a lot of kids are literally trapped. Kids talk about the trap. Some kids are trapped because they're trapped within a certain box. And I know that for a fact that some kids haven't traveled outside of a 5-mile radius of where they live. They only know that environment right there inside that box. So when somebody who looks like them, somebody like me, who looks like them, comes to them, looks like us, and goes to them and talks to them about this place right here, it kind of opens up a new set of opportunities, a new set of possibilities. I encourage kids to, you have to see life beyond these two eyes, because these eyes can fool you. If you close your eyes and use your third eye, you can see a whole lot more. So once we introduce ourselves to them, they can close their eyes and see themselves doing what we do. And just that simple act alone is a catalyst to drive things that will push them towards that vision. If they continue to dwell upon that vision, like, maybe I can do this. What got me here was a book that my mother gave me. It was about the evolution of flight. It was from the concepts of Leonardo da Vinci and his airplane conception way back before airplanes were even thought of. And the book led all the way to the Starship Enterprise and beyond. But in between there, when we got past the Wright brothers, when we started building planes and whatnot, and then rockets that go into space, I saw this logo. It was NASA on all of these ships, even leading up to the Enterprise, and that just fascinated me. And it planted a seed, and from that seed that was planted as a child, I'm here at NASA. But to go deeper than that, I work, like I said, I'm the leader of the electromagnetic test engineering group. From a child, I had a fascination with electricity and magnetism. It stuck with me, just like music stuck with me. And I kept it. And so from having a fascination with electricity and magnetism, I'm the leader of the electromagnetic test engineering group at the world's premier space agency. That happened because of my vision and because of the things that you think about. There's a book that says, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Yes, sir.
So there you go.
Yes, sir. No question. And we have to think high of ourselves. And this is rocket science that you do, right?
Pretty much.
That wasn't rocket science how you explained it, man. It's not rocket science, but this is coming from a rocket sciences.
I got to break it down so anybody can understand.
No, that's good, man. It's that simple. I'm gonna ask you one question. I know you're some busy men and you got to get out the door. Let me know exactly what your business is and what you do and what goes on in here, just to give them an idea of this is more than just shooting rockets up to the sky.
Sure. So many of the challenges that we first, are what's happening in our Earth. The climate is an important area for us. Who is watching over what is the changes in the climate, and what is happening in terms of how is that change going to affect us? The impact of fluorocarbons in our atmosphere, and that's related to earth science, among many other things. How much rainfall falls in Brazil impacts the eco forests in Brazil. So why NASA particularly is important is because we have the ability to use the talents that we have of the great engineers and scientists to put missions in space so we can look back at the Earth. And we study the Earth constantly because we find ways to make things more habitable for people, to improve crop production, and in general protect our planet so that our species can survive for generations to come. We don't destroy ourselves.
We don't want to self-destruct.
And then we also study beyond the Earth, beyond 300 miles above, into other atmospheres and other planets, because we see that there might be resources in the future that we can use to help our generations. And we have to think like that now so that we can build ourselves for the next few hundred years. We have a program that just launched yesterday called OSIRIS-REx, a mission that launched yesterday. It has an 8-year plan to land on an asteroid where it is going to land for about 5 seconds to pull out a little sample, which will help us in the future determining how human life and life itself could have originated.
8 years for 5 seconds of data.
8 years, imagine that. So the question somebody asked, well, why are we doing that? Why do we spend all that effort and money to do that, right? Well, a lot goes into going into space. We see ourselves colonizing another planet, a habitable planet in the future. To do so, you must find out the objects that are flying around the solar system, around the Earth. And this asteroid happens to be close enough that we can get to it, take a quick peek at it, take a sample, come back to us and analyze it. We need this investigation. The human species is about exploration.
Yes, we are.
And this agency is about exploring our aspirations.
Awesome, man. I think it's awesome what you guys do.
Someone once said, getting there is half the fun. From downtown to Old Town, Go Past 365 connects you to entertainment, restaurants, friends. Go Past 365. Find out more at gopast365.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the People Show, the VAdio Show. And I got two more extremely smart people here at NASA to talk to, and I want you to give the people your name and what you do.
Hi, Trevor. I'm Sean Jeffries. I'm the HR Director at Telephase.
Okay.
My name is Darren E. Anderson. I am a Configuration Management Specialist and Senior Technical Librarian.
Okay. Now, some people may not understand what all that means. So let people know exactly what your job entails.
Okay, so in configuration management, basically we handle all the spacecraft documentation from test procedures, plans, requirements, specs, things like that, and all the drawings as well that help build the spacecraft. So we make sure that those go through the proper channels to get approved so that people like Sherrod Ware, who you'll be talking to, can do his job as well.
When it comes to actually building it out.
Yes.
Okay. And yourself, ma'am?
So as HR Director at Telephase, I'm responsible for managing the back office operations for the staff that support Telephase. So we have a variety of employees from engineer to cybersecurity specialists supporting the projects within NASA.
Got you. And it's good to see that there's so many different dynamics within, this large organization called NASA. And I was explaining earlier that this is kind of how we deal with the community, right? And everybody, so many people like to look at, say, musicians and actors or whatever as influences, and you want to mimic these people. But what kind of movie would it be if everybody was playing the same part? What kind of organization would NASA be if everybody had the same job? You wouldn't be able to run this thing. So like you had said earlier, you're not the one that builds space shows and things like that, but you're in a power position that actually helps them organize things so they can do their job correctly. Just like you said with Sherrod, he builds the space shuttles. Y'all draw up the pictures, make sure everything's taken care of. So you all have certain things that are against you, but you're still sitting here today. There's a lot of people who have those same things against them and they don't see how to sit in these power positions that you're in. You are a woman, you are a black woman. So these things make it much harder in a lot of people's eyes. And to be honest, in truth, it makes it a little harder because you have to deal with a lot of men, whether they trying to holler at you because you all are nice looking young ladies, or, they feel like, sometimes us as men, we got this machismo thing, and in the workplace, we feel like we're supposed to be here and you're supposed to be there. How would you help, and of course you being a black woman, and you already know what it's like to walk around with this melanin. So how would you help someone that wants to get in a position of power? They want to excel and show the world that the sky is not the limit, but they face all these roadblocks. I'm sure you went through a few things. Could you explain maybe some things that you've gone through and how you got out of it? You worked in government. I'm gonna start with you first. That's where you start.
Sure.
Go ahead.
So one of the things that I learned early on is being true to yourself and listening to yourself. Early on in my career, or even before my career, I had an interest in science, and I learned and I paid attention to myself. I am not the person that's going to build a rocket ship, but I do like organizing and I like planning. And so I paid attention to that, and I understood that HR management was the route to go. In HR, you can do a lot of different things. You can specialize in employment law, you can specialize in union and labor management, as well as benefits administration. The company that I work for, Telephase, gives me the opportunity to work in all aspects of HR. So I get to see, feel, and touch every part of the work. Within HR, you are a huge influencer of the company. You make major decisions that affect all of your staff. You sit to the table with the executives, the CEO, the CFO. You make decisions about budget and finance. So if you are an organized person that you consider yourself a people person and a person that enjoys helping others, HR is a really great profession. Again, you get to touch and feel all levels of the employees because you interact with everyone.
Gotcha.
The HR person is not just the party planner. A lot of people have that
They do get that
misconception.
idea. Yeah.
But HR now sits at the table with the executives, advancing the initiatives of the company.
Okay.
And so it's a really great profession to be a part of. And as a minority, again, this is a great career for anyone, women, men, because again, you get to play a huge role in the direction of the company.
Any roadblocks at all?
There were some roadblocks. You've noticed my voice. And this is the voice I've had my entire life. It won't change. I can't do anything about it.
It is what it is. It's cute.
And I've had some people early in my career say, well, you won't make it anywhere because of how you sound. And I use that as motivation to say, I can advance in my career. My voice will not get in the way because I'm smart and I know what I'm doing. And so if you can listen to this and listen to the message behind it, my voice is not an obstacle. So that was one major obstacle from a very senior person, and that very senior person always let them know where I am now.
And you sitting right here to this.
Exactly.
Okay. Anything that you may have, any roadblocks or issues that you may have?
Well, the deck is pretty much stacked against me because I'm young, I'm black, I'm a female, and I don't have a degree. And one of the questions that I get all the time is, well, what type of degree do you have to work at NASA and do what you do? I said, well, I don't have one, so I can't tell you.
Wow.
But I am in the position that I'm in. The reason that I've been able to overcome those obstacles is because I am smart, I'm persistent, I'm intelligent, and I do what it is that I have to do.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing for anybody, especially a young black female, is that you have to portray confidence. You have to command respect.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't do it in the typical black woman fashion.
There's
no neck rolling, no finger popping, gum smacking, and all that other type of stuff. Because when you do that, you fit the stereotype.
You perpetuate.
And the thing is that it's not being fake. It's not acting white or anything else like that. It's knowing your role.
Yeah.
And commanding respect in that. And when I say know your role, I'm not saying know your place as a woman, but know your place in that organization.
Yeah.
Understand who you are, what you're there to do, and also understand the positions of the people that are around you.
Yeah.
And always portray that positive image of yourself, because by doing that and being persistent in what it is that I've done, I've made the connections and been able to climb the ladder. I mean, my salary has skyrocketed from the time that I've been here.
That's always a blessing.
With no degree.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to work at NASA, not in the capacity that I'm in, but being here allowed me the opportunity to go back to school.
Right.
So I'm actually not an engineering major right now, but I have the opportunity to go back and pursue that degree if I want to.
Awesome. You know what? This is good stuff. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. I feel smarter now. But this is the next question, because of course we always have people to watch the show. I like to let everyone know who's on the show, but at the end of the day, I want to find solutions. What advice would you have to a young black woman who is aspiring to move up in the ladder, to find her place, and virtually show that she's limitless? What would you say to that person? And also a woman who, and I had asked this a couple of previous times, that doesn't have that role model to look up to. She kind of has to look within herself.
Sure.
What do you say to that person?
Self-education is really important. There are so many opportunities to surf the web, to look at areas in which you want to focus in. So we'll use HR as an example. If you're interested in taking HR, one of the easiest things you can do is get a membership with SHRM. That's the largest organization for HR professionals. Participate in those webinars and seminars.
What does SHRM stand for?
Society of Human Resources Management.
Okay.
It's actually now an international network of HR professionals.
Okay.
You can take classes online through that. You can participate in webinars that are often free or at very little cost. You can partner with someone. You don't necessarily have to have a mentor. You can pull up your girlfriend and say, hey, let's do this together and take these courses. make your partner your accountability partner.
Yeah.
Use that as a motivation. Hey, I'm taking this class. What are you doing? Those are some of the things that I did. You don't learn union experience in school.
Nope.
You learn how to negotiate union contracts through experience, and a lot of human resources is on-the-job experience, self-taught. So that's what I would encourage any young woman that's interested in HR. Take advantage of the web, get the membership to SHRM, and take those free and low-cost courses.
Yeah.
It'll help build your resume, and it'll give you the experience you need to progress.
Awesome. So you just got to be diligent, push. It's going to take some work. Nobody's going to hand you anything.
Exactly.
Right? So just do what you have to do, connect with the right people, and you get where you need to be, right? Any advice?
Well, coming from a little black girl from DC,
Okay.
the biggest thing that I can say is know yourself and don't chase the money. Someone that I interviewed before said, don't chase the money, catch a dream and let the dream chase you.
Oh yeah.
So basically, when you're doing something that you're passionate about, that you're really good at, the money will come in time. And sometimes you'll realize that you're fulfilled without the income. But the biggest thing is understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and what your passions are.
Yeah.
Don't just say, okay, well, a lot of black girls go into nursing because people say, oh, that's a good thing, or go work for the post office and things like that. Don't ever limit yourself. Like you said, the sky is not the limit. Here at NASA, we know that because we put a man on the moon.
Yeah.
So don't ever tell me that the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
It's not. It's whatever you set it to be. And you can't exceed higher than what your own expectations are for yourself are.
Yeah.
So you have to just achieve it, believe it. In order to achieve it, you have to believe it.
Yeah.
And always just keep motivating yourself.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the naysayers, because a lot of people didn't think that I would be here. A lot of people still can't believe I'm still here.
You're sitting right here.
You know, I know plenty of people with multiple degrees that would jump out of a window for my salary.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm sure they would.
the thing is that I just always stay motivated and just stay focused. And also, as part of not limiting yourself, always just explore other things. Here at NASA, I can go into risk management, I can go into project management, I can go into mechanical engineering, I can do anything that's here. So always just look at what else is around you, find out what your interests are, and network. Networking is the biggest thing for anybody.
Yeah.
Because you can't get into something, you can't get introduced to something if you don't know about it. And the way that you find out about it is by meeting those people.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing.
You know what? I really thank you all. That's some great advice, and it was nice talking to you all. This is the VAdio Show, and these are smart black women, and I hope you learned something.
Live life well at the Myrtles at Old Town. Our spacious apartment homes offer luxury amenities with security access entry. Select homes offer washer and dryer, vaulted ceilings, private balcony or patio, and yes, we are pet friendly. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will gladly walk you step by step through the process of finding a home that fits you perfectly. No matter the size, 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms, we can accommodate your needs. And while you stroll the property, stop by the clubhouse, where you'll have full access to the movie room, the workout room, the computer room, and much, much more. So whether you like the towers or our garden style, when you see what we have to offer, you'll want to make the Myrtles at Old Town your new home.
Here at the VAdio Show, progress is the process. If you feel the same, represent and pre-order your t-shirt at thevadioshow.com or contact us at thevadioshow@gmail.com. I'm gonna hop in a space shuttle and fly up out of here in a little bit. I'm getting excited, all right? I'm gonna calm down, but we are back with The Sky's Not the Limit. I've got a couple of more beautiful people here doing beautiful things, and I want to know you guys' name, let them know who you are and what you do. Start with you.
I'm Janet Thomas. I'm the group leader of the Environmental Project Engineering group here at Goddard, and we help all the customers come in and perform integration and test in the complex.
Okay.
My name is Darian Robbins. I'm a satellite engineer. Basically, what I do is I basically help put together satellites from end to end, from design, building, testing, and delivery.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Again, like I told the first set of folks, which had a rocket scientist in there. A lot of people make a lot of jokes about it. It's not rocket science. I actually talked to a rocket scientist. But from where I come from and where a lot of our viewers come from, we don't see people doing what you do. You know, we don't have those examples around of people who have excelled past that box of sports, music, or maybe drug dealing or whatever, or just, you know, just sitting around the hood collecting child support, or, you know, we see a certain type of pattern in our hoods that, you know, we don't necessarily like, but we just end up feeling like we're limited. This is what we got, you know, but that's not the case, obviously. You know, and the media a lot of time portrays us in certain ways that I don't see as true. It also influences other people to do negativity because they feel like it's hopeless out here, but it's not. So my question to you is, first of all, a lot of people feel like for a job like this, for many jobs, that you have to be some type of an Einstein, or you have to be some type of a genius to work here. We were talking before we started this interview that there are many more things going on within NASA that is outside of rocket science or building the shuttles and things like that. Can we talk about the possibilities?
Oh, there are a myriad of jobs here. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You may not be interested in that. There are biologists, illustrators, seamstresses that work here, photographers. Anything that you can think of that you are interested in, you can more than likely get a job here.
Gotcha.
Because there are over 10,000 people here, and all of us can't be a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
Even as mundane as you would think, we have the cleaning crew. We have folk who clean the rockets. A very important job. So if you have an inclination, talk to people, find out what they're doing, find out if there's a space here for you. And 99.9% there's a place for you here. So please remember, if there is a possibility, if you have any dreams at all, you can come work here.
And that's pretty much with everything, because I chose, you know, NASA because it's an out of this world type of place, no pun intended. But, you know, people think of this as, you know, top tier. And again, there's other jobs that are out there that we feel are out of reach. And just you explaining the fact that there's so many possibilities here. Just ask.
Just ask.
Just equip yourself, you know what I mean? So this is with anything, just, it doesn't hurt to ask. You aren't limited. The sky is not the limit for you. There's footprints on the moon. This is for anything. So I want to ask you, you said that you actually build?
Yes, I do have a hand in building.
Kind of explain how, first of all, what made you want to do that? Have you always wanted to do that? Did you get an application when you went to the Winn-Dixie? What happened?
No, I think even as a child, I always wanted to be, I think initially I wanted to be an astronaut. And kind of worked towards that aspect until, I guess, a certain point in time where, you know, there's a saying where if you shoot for the stars, if you don't reach it, you'll be amongst the moon. So, you know, even though I didn't fulfill that aspect, I still felt I wanted to contribute some way to NASA or the aerospace, and found that through engineering. And then just learning about engineering, taking classes, also thinking about things that would be happening in the future and how I could be a part of it. That's how I really kind of found my pathway into what I'm doing right now.
Hard work?
Oh, there's definitely a component of hard work to it. I mean, in terms, you know, for myself, it was, you know, engineering classes and along those lines. But I also like to echo what Janet was saying, that you don't have to, there's so many jobs that you can do here to be able to be a part of the team. And if you got to be an expert or Einstein in anything, I think it has to be teamwork. You know, that's what you really need to be the Einstein in, because all of this, no one does anything on an individual basis here to come up with a successful project. It's a collective effort. So it's a collective effort of your best individual efforts. And so, but also too, working in tandem with other folks, and, you know, understanding them and making sure that you're bringing out the best in them and likewise.
This sounds like what we try to do with the community. We got a slogan that we say, many hands make light work.
Absolutely.
So that kind of entails with what the unity in our community is. You know, when we come together, different people have different gifts.
Right.
But if we put them all together,
That's
things
right.
like this happen.
Absolutely.
That's right. And the fact of the matter is, most of our youth, most people have what it takes to make it here.
Yeah.
No matter where you go in life, they're going to train you. But you've got to have communication skills, the ability to work with everybody and anybody. Here at Goddard, we work with Marylanders, people from Virginia, DC, different states, and then different countries, different NASA facilities, and they're all like cliques, or as what I affectionately call gangs.
Gotcha.
And everybody's got a different way of doing things. But we've got to be able to and willing to work together to pull this off.
Yes. Yes.
So believe you me, young folk have what it takes to work here. They just have to know it and believe it. Take those same street skills and apply them here. If you're successful in the street, you'll be successful here, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna ask y'all this question. For those people that are viewing, right, that we spoke about early on, that don't feel like they have these opportunities to be here in a place like this, or any place of high esteem. You know, we've been convinced and brainwashed, in my belief, that we are limited. What would you say to those people? Because we believe you can only go as far as you can see. What if they're in a neighborhood to where they're not able to see people like yourself or see any hope or possibilities? There are no role models. How do you tell someone how to be a role model? What do you say to those people?
If there are no role models, you have to go to a place and get quiet. Get quiet and listen within. Find that dream. Imagine. Visualize. This dream that's inside, it's there for a reason. Now, some of the dreaming that you have to keep to yourself. Because if you share it with others, they'll squash it.
Oh yeah.
You know who you can talk to and who you shouldn't talk to. Protect that dream like it's a precious jewel.
Yes.
You keep dreaming, keep visualizing, and you're going to stumble upon little things, different people who will guide you along the way. Keep watering that dream. Don't let anybody take it away from you. And you'll end up in a place like this or greater.
Yep, no question.
Well, I'll say I'm always of the belief that no matter where you go, there's always a role model somewhere.
Okay.
You know, I think regardless of where you go, there's always people of integrity, people who
agree.
are, you know, they might not be, let's say, like engineers or doctors. They could be, you know, someone like a barber. You know what I mean? And someone, like you said, who's in your immediate vicinity. There's always people of integrity. You can find who those people are. You can discern by what they do and how they act. Because I think that's the main thing where it starts, is just getting that integrity, getting that understanding, you know, work ethic, or just dream, like you were saying, the dreaming portion, thinking those big dreams. There's people wherever you go who have that. They might not be doing it, like I said, in the certain area that you want to end up. But those kind of things are the roots of where you can branch out to the things that you want to do. And then just try to use things that are there. I know regardless of whether you're hood or not, there's always a church. That's where I found some of my initial role models. Or there's some community organization, whether it be like Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA. There's definitely still some institutions there or things there where there are people of integrity that you can find and cling to. Even if it's in your own family, you just got to look for them. And at some point in time, you got to pursue them as well and say, look, like you said, these are the people that you can share those dreams with. You can say and feel safe in doing that, who might have connections to somebody else who's in, I guess, in the lane that you want to get into, or at the level you want to get to. You never know who people are connected to. And so, even the person that, you said clean, sir, who might clean where you're at, there might be just a degree separation from the mayor of the city.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it behooves you to kind of get to know those people who are around you. Look for them. Watch out how they do. Their actions will show you what kind of people that they are. And then just get to know them, find out what they do, and then from that they might open your world up to a larger possibility.
I have an anecdote. An OG in my neighborhood was the go-to person. OG.
Go ahead.
He's an OG in the
together.
neighborhood, and all of the young people would go to him. Hey, OG, tell me about this. Excellent role model, excellent giver of advice. And one of the young people in my neighborhood had timed out of the foster care system. The OG talked to me, and we got him a job here.
Wow. So you got to tap into those people in your community.
You've got to take their advice. Listen to them. Stay on the straight and narrow.
Humble yourself, because a lot of us, our youth, don't want to humble themselves. I know you may feel like you know everything, or you may have been hurt, by somebody else, but sometimes you got to take the time to notice who you're dealing with, and your help may be right in front of you.
That's right.
This is the VAdio Show. I really thank you all.
Thank you.
We got more coming. This is The Sky's Not the Limit. We're going to explain some more after the break. Hey, for more of The VAdio Show, log on to thevadioshow.com. And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube at The VAdio Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are back with The People Show, The VAdio Show. And I am here with the great Sherrod Ware. And I say the great because you made this possible for us being here, and I totally appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much.
No problem, brother. No problem.
This is a big deal. We're here sitting in NASA. You've been here for years. First, I want you to tell the people what your name is and what you do.
My name is Sherrod Ware. I'm originally from Norfolk, Virginia.
Yes, sir.
And I've been living here in Maryland area. My dream brought me to NASA.
Awesome.
I've been here 18 years, and it's been definitely not a roller coaster ride, but a nice country drive for me, and it's a beautiful place to work. So,
awesome.
And it's just a job. You too can be right here where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm here with a 2-year degree instead of a 4-year degree.
Wow.
I'm doing 6 figures in salary of what I make, and I play with $1 billion and $1 million toys all day long.
Wow. You come from the gritty streets of Norfolk.
Most definitely.
And that's where we kind of base that. So people like to hear about money around Norfolk, okay? But usually sometimes when we hear about it, we're thinking about who's selling this, who's doing that, something negative. The government makes it rain a lot around here, but for great things.
Yes, it does.
So I want you to let people know, it's a lot of money around here. Like I said, what's happening here and what is it for? And also, I want you to make it clear that you coming from Norfolk, that it is possible to make these things happen and how to do it.
1981, I graduated from Booker T. Washington High School. My journey started off with me being a machinist, and then went back to school and got my electronics degree. I wound up moving to Maryland in 1987, 86 or so. I moved here. Saw the NASA sign, applied for a job here. Never knew I was coming to NASA to work. Just saw aerospace.
Gotcha.
This facility I work in here is the heart of NASA. This is where we actually build all the space flight hardware here. We Hubble, James Webb Space Telescope, New Horizon, stereo, all is built here inside this center, where we do environmental testing to make sure everything that is going to do in space happens right here on Earth.
Gotcha.
So my job is to take it from a little nut and bolt and turn it into something big as you can see behind me. Okay, so we've been to the Mars, Moon, Pluto. I was involved with that project, going to Pluto and stuff like that. Our projects here cost billions of dollars. It keeps everybody employed. The African American community need to not realize that they can get here. To realize they can get here. Don't think outside the box, think in the box. This is where I want to be.
Right.
So you run around the box trying to get in the box. But the door is open.
You were telling me about an organization you all have within here called BIG. Can you explain that?
BIG is Black in Government, okay?
Awesome.
It's not nothing that just thought of. It's been around for years, okay? We had to show that we are empowered here. And we have a lot of positions here that holds a lot of high water. My job is an engineer tech 6. Okay, I'm at the top of my food grade. I can't go no higher than what I am. Okay,
That's a
but I
blessing.
still get monetary raises every year.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I have made it to the top. I've been here 18 years. And Big just helped the organization bring us together to network. We have different parties and functions and stuff and network with each other, how we can help each other out. And we resource. Another engineer might come to me and say, hey man, I need this. Who can I go to have to get this built, get this assembled, get this tested?
Yeah.
We network with each other. We don't hide anything. I teach you everything I know.
Gotcha.
I don't hold anything back because what I know makes my job easier and better.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep information locked inside of me. It's like a person who's down with all that money. You ain't happy.
Yep.
I'm not gonna die with all this knowledge. I'm gonna share mine.
There's actually a movie that's coming out soon about the 3 women who were like the first ladies
Yes.
to deal with NASA.
Yes.
And it's very important looking at that. They was able to build a foundation for you to be here.
Yes, they did.
And
Yes,
you're
they did.
building a foundation for others.
Yes.
And that's what Big is about. That's all the people I just spoke to, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's Big.
Yes, that's big.
Great
That's big.
people
Yeah.
doing great things.
Yeah.
And they are really breaking the mold when it comes to those stereotypes of us only being musicians,
Yes.
sports, and drug dealers.
Yes.
And I want us all to know that. Now, my next question is, give us a little insight. You've been here for a while, man. You were telling me something about folks even talking about moving to Mars.
Yes. So you have seen the Mars rover. We had to put 2 on there. The first one crashed.
Yeah.
Okay. They talk about Mars, just kind of took it apart, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a joke. So
Okay.
the first one crashed. We had to do another one. Okay. So that is running around Mars trying to discover was there water on Mars, what's the atmosphere like on Mars, because they're eventually going to build a rocket to go to Mars.
Oh,
and people
okay.
are lining up to go. You have people who are really curious to find out what space is like.
like hopping on a plane and going to Hawaii.
Oh,
people
no. This is a one-way trip, buddy.
So you're not coming back?
You ain't coming back. You're going to start your own new colony today.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's a
and they're
one-way
working
trip.
on this right now.
Yeah,
How much does something like that cost?
To get into it, you got to pay like a $30 million to get into it, something
Wow.
like that. But what the project costs, I'm not the guy who's a money guy. You just hear from talk.
I got you. I got you.
But those are people who thinking outside of planet Earth.
Yeah.
We here, I'm all good with it because it's something I'm gonna be employed. I get to build that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build that. So I love building. If you play with a Erector set or Lego blocks and and Lincoln toys when you were younger, you can do what I do.
So those space shuttles we see shooting off on the news, you put your hands on.
Yes.
And help build those.
Yes.
Wow. And I think it's important for people we don't even think like that. I come from the hood. Back when I was younger, I didn't think about, we may have seen a space shuttle and things like that, but you don't think about actually being there and being a part of that.
And that's the part we have to realize. I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
When you're playing with a toy, pick it up and visualize where did it come from, how did it start, who came up with the idea. Again, we played with lead cars when we was a kid.
Yeah.
Just a car that cost 10 cents. Today, that same car is worth $10,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
All depends. So we're not thinking on an overall whole. We're thinking of what's in front of us there.
Yeah.
Okay,
at the
when
moment.
you eat, think about what that food do to you after you eat it.
Yeah.
So think about tomorrow's journey. Again, I must say and give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
Everything I have is because of Him.
Yes, sir.
Once I got off my soapbox and believed in His soapbox, my journey changed.
Yes.
Okay, and far cry from being a Christian. I just believe. In somebody other than me.
Okay.
And my journey is strong. I believe in it. I love what I do for a living. I do what I love for a living.
Awesome.
I enjoy getting out of bed every day. This opportunity here is for everybody.
Yeah.
We have a gentleman worked here who used to be work at a furniture store, moving furniture.
Yeah.
Loading trucks.
Yeah.
Came here, outstanding, had a great career. Guy who worked as a bartender.
Yeah.
Just serving drinks. Had a talk with somebody, next thing you know, he has a job here. Guy who was fixing cars. Guy who did drywall. Guy who cut grass. Guy who did security guard. All you have to do is network.
Yeah.
Stop being so non-verbal and talk to people in a positive way. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Or sitting back and thinking that they're not going to hire me. Nobody's going to deal with me. You know what I mean? You kind of put yourself in a position where you'll never know your full potential.
But we do need you. We do need young minds. I'm 53 years old. I'm getting older.
Looking good,
I
man.
need to teach somebody else what I know so he can take over.
Yeah.
And teach him everything so he can be our future. That's where our future need to come from. They need to come through those gates.
Yeah.
They need to meet me in public.
Yeah.
You see me, stop, I talk, I teach.
Yeah.
Like I show you how to get here, okay?
Each one teach one.
Each one, reach one, teach one.
Yes, sir.
That's how it goes.
Let me ask you this, and because I'm not keeping you, I know you're busy, and I need a tour, man. You got to give me a tour.
Most of you got it, Trevor.
All right. Question is, I got a lot of my viewers that watch, and you know, they want to know. We want to do better. I don't care how thug people act or whatever. A lot of people just acting out because they're upset with how life is for them at the moment. We want better. How do we get better? You came from Norfolk. You came from those streets. What advice can you give to somebody that's in Norfolk or in Virginia Beach or anywhere that's struggling? They don't have that role model, or they don't have that example, but they know that there's better out there. What advice do you have?
First of all, put down the cell phone. Stop willing to record something, but do something about what's happening.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We're also quick to record what's happening, but not do something about it. Okay. You have to believe in yourself and know that if you don't lay that path behind you, people are gonna follow that chosen path that you took. It's gonna be the wrong one.
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And yourself will take care of you. It's about yourself. The drugs, the drinking, the wild parties, you're gonna have time for fun in life. But that's truly not fun what you think it is.
Yeah.
That's a learning experience that you don't need to learn.
Yeah.
Stay positive, get your education.
Yeah.
If you can go to college, you can afford to college, go. Not go to trade school.
Yeah.
Find an internship program that you can get into. This out here everywhere, okay? Stop thinking about it's not your turn.
Yeah.
It is your turn. We're ready for you.
Yeah.
You are the next NASA.
Awesome. So just got to equip ourselves.
That's it.
And the sky is not the limit.
Oh, there's no way.
Because you have people put footprints on the moon, my brother.
Oh, most definitely, baby. Most definitely, man.
All right, man. Sherrod, I really appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the VAdio Show. This is Sherrod Ware, and the sky is not the limit.
And it's not soundproof, but it is containment proof.
Okay.
If the sound got too much, these doors gonna blow open.
Gotcha. I mean, looking at those doors,
the sound is tremendous enough that it could blow the doors open, but we keep it locked down tight.
That's some doors to blow open right there,
again,
man.
my job is to inside this bag is called Core 2.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we do to keep contaminants out. So once we finish testing it in one of our testing chambers, we put it inside a big old aluminum foil bag like this, okay? It's nothing but a big tent window, but it's more durable than what your average tent on your window is. Okay. These equipment you see here, okay, this is our shaker system, okay? So now, the spacecraft is gonna go on top of here, just like you see it on this picture right here, okay? We're gonna put the spacecraft, this is a lateral table, the solar shields work, so it has to go through these tests. If it can't survive, it can't fly.
Gotcha.
It can't fly. So this is a new system added to our facility. So this is brand new. We have smaller versions downstairs. You guys ever had an EKG before?
Yep.
This is what we do for the spacecraft. We put it's like an EKG. It's called a accelerometer. We put all over the spacecraft, okay? And we hook it to our data system, okay? And we are able to tell what sound waves, what parts of it moving when we go to shake it, okay?
Gotcha.
And I'm able to tell. We got to know how to run a bigger panel, and I had to learn all that. What every panel do, what every valve do, and what it does. But this is command center on how we run this down here, okay?
Right. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The hot side of the sun. We put it in the chamber behind us. So this is command center what we run. I can do manually. You have to know what every button it does down here. It might seem like a lot, but it's not a lot.
Gotcha.
Once you know it.
Once you know what you're dealing
with.
Is this where you keep all the bad people?
This is my stationary department down here.
Okay.
This is where I basically stay at down here.
While you messing with it, I turn my head.
This is a version of what you saw upstairs.
Okay.
When I say shaker system, this is a vertical shaker system. That's a horizontal system. Okay.
Okay.
So this is where we test small parts of the spacecraft here.
Okay.
So what's going on? Okay. Hook them to those wires and things like that.
It's just from bending this the wrong way.
No, so you can't start a fire right here. If you're doing something and cause like two metals friction.
A spark?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll
catch.
Fire, yeah. Oh, gotcha.
But we have certain fire extinguishers to put it out if it was happening.
Right.
But this is a lateral table that this thing moves in and out. This table rotates and stuff in Texas. That's that piece you just seen out there, okay? This is what us testing is on a different scale level, okay? So my job in Texas was to make sure this got inside this chamber, all these things got set up. These little 3 camera things up here, we was all set up. This chamber is so huge, man. I mean, it's phenomenal, man.
Just to walk up on.
I was in Texas for about 1.5 years. So this is the worker bees in here. You see the little balloons down there doing their little thing?
Wow.
And that's the spacecraft right there. Wow.
Got you. And that's out there still? That's a space still? Okay. And when does it do that?
It's never coming back.
Oh, it's never come back?
It's never come back.
Kind of like those people going to...
Oh, wow, I just hit 50 G's. Okay, we need to stop this and we need to put a limit in there. I don't want it to hit 50 G's next time, okay?
Yeah.
I had to stop reprogramming, because they tell me what to do. So the main time, so I'm typing, and I've never been a typer.
Yeah.
I've never been a big speller in school. My job was just the harder, but you had to learn it and don't be afraid. We're more afraid that we can't read and write because we don't think we know how to do it.
Yeah.
But we can.
Yeah.
You can. Your brain is so big, and unlock the power. Unlock that power in your brain, and you can do whatever you want to do. Don't say it. You can be a brain surgeon. That's what you choose to do.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
in your DNA, in your brain, okay?
This has been the VAdio Show. The sky is not the limit. I guess this is the extended version. Yeah. So we're going to say goodbye, and we'll see you soon. And remember, man, there's footprints on the moon. Everything's possible. We'll holler.